And in my playbook tonight, gosh, I kind of hit the big leagues today. I want to tell you about a fantastic event I attended this afternoon here in New York. Reverend Al Sharpton's National Action Network kicked off its convention today, and I was honored to be asked to speak. And it was actually an ideologically diverse group. Bill O'Reilly was even there to speak first. You would think that at a serious event to promote equality and civil rights that Bill would rein in the psycho talk. Well, no such luck. He showed zero comprehension of the venue and came out swinging, defending the Tea Partiers.
The Tea Party is a largely white phenomenon. There's no doubt about that. Because African Americans overwhelmingly support President Obama. But it is an overwhelmingly white movement. And now we are seeing that it's being demonized as a racist thing, too. And the best example was that Capitol display, where the African-American congresspeople walked through this gauntlet of protest, and there were charges the N-word was used and spitting happened and this, that, and the other thing. Even if the N-word was used, and it absolutely could have been, you don't demonize a whole group by the actions of one or two people. It's a much more interesting country, America, if we stop with the race business, I think. I mean, I'm not black, so I don't know your struggle, and you don't know my struggle, all right, because you're not white. But after 9/11, we pretty much dropped that race stuff, did we not? We pretty much were all Americans there, right? All right? I hear yes, I hear no, but to me, from my perch, there were blacks killed in that tower. All right? All right, look, if you don't think we dropped it, I do.
Well, Bill had to cut and run after the speech, so he missed hearing what I had to say.
That's a big act to follow, but it's not a very truthful one. I am sad today that we have to report that a 14-year-old girl grabbed a microphone in a grocery store in northern New Jersey and decided to announce that all black people should leave the store. So I beg to differ with Mr. O'Reilly. He may have a bigger audience, but I know I have the truth. It is about race. I do not think that the President of the United States deserved to have an Adolf Hitler mustache put on his face. Because I know if I was in a group of people that were holding signs like that, I would have the courage to go over and say, I think you should take that down because that's not who we are. But I don't see any of the Tea Partiers doing that. We have precisely the perfect time in history, the perfect leader, the perfect administration to push forward and talk about race relations, all races, and how we have to come together to be a stronger nation.
Joining me now is Errol Lewis, radio talk show host and columnist for the New York Daily News. Errol, the mission here by Al Sharpton is to do just that, bring people together and get a dialogue. How do you think Mr. O'Reilly was received there?
Oh, well, my goodness. I mean, you could hear the howling. I mean, some of that, I think, was intended, frankly, just to sort of maybe create some footage for his show or to sort of get the goat of the people there. I think he would have liked it, frankly, if he had been booed more loudly. I think he was looking for a little martyrdom moment, you know, so that he could go back to his shtick about, well, I just tell it like it is. Regardless of how strange it was to say those things. I mean, I don't even know if he believes that stuff. He's from down here in the New York area. He grew up on Long Island. This is somebody who has dealt with and seen a lot of these issues played out. To say that after 9/11, for whatever reason, and I mean, who knows what period of time he was talking about, all of a sudden racism just vanished? I mean, I was there, and I don't remember it happening that way.
What's the connection between disrupting the president in a speech to Congress about health care and the day after 9/11?
Well, it's a particularly odd connection because if there's anything that we all were on September 12th, it was rallied behind our president regardless of ideology, regardless of party. You know, I sometimes mention that African-American men were in the city of New York while Rudy Giuliani was still the mayor, and they were wearing NYPD hats, right? So despite everything that had happened on questions of race and that mayor, people were willing to, you know, really look to our national leadership.